Coffee and sausage roll combo, £4. Who says value's dead? Good morning, folks. We're ready for another Speedway road trip. And this is the biggest one because, for me, personally anyway, heading from the northeast, Sunderland, down to Plymouth. Now the good thing is, the weather forecast has improved dramatically and it all looks pretty good because a few days ago it was looking a bit dicey. And I have done it before where I've driven all the way to Plymouth and then it's rained off just as we get there. It has happened. But that's Speedway. So yeah, it's a bit of a tour, this one, because not only are we doing Plymouth, but on Monday, if it's the bank holiday weekend, we are going to Oxford for the Oxford Spires versus Leicester in the Premiership, and then we've got this one tonight in the BSN series at the Championship level. So it's Plymouth versus the Oxford Cheaters, so there's an Oxford theme there. So yeah, it's interesting to see how this one looks, because Plymouth, I don't know if you know about this, but they did a lot of work in the winter redesigning their track, making the third and fourth bend a lot wider, so that'll be interesting to see how that now looks. Anyway, it's a long old journey ahead, 6 hours, and that's without a stop. So aiming to get there about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's just after 9 AM now, and we'll see how we go. An interesting little side bet then as we're driving. Can I do it on 1 tank of fuel? Now, I have done it before. I've got 356 miles to go at this moment, and 350 miles of fuel, but the car is a hybrid, and so I've got 17 miles of electric. I've done it before, and literally everything goes to zero just as you pull into the car park of the Speedway. Luckily there is a Sainsbury's next door to Plymouth Speedway, so I wonder if we can do it on 1 tank, see if we can wring it out. The good thing is, just as you start to run out, as you drop down into Plymouth, it is all, like, pretty much all downhill. That's a challenge, isn't it? You've got to challenge yourself as you go. Welcome to Pontefract, the home of Haribo and traffic jams. There's either a footballer or a drug baron looking to lose their license. As you can see, the weather is still pretty nice. 17 degrees. And soon, we'll be stopping for lunch at Gloucester Services.
You don't get many, don't often get many tadpoles at motorway services. It's not every day at motorway services you get to go for a country walk. It's like a little, I think it's like a little Teletubbies house. I mean, it's not the cheapest services, don't get me wrong, but it's nice to be able to go for a little mooch. What a lovely day then.
So I thought I'd have a quick drive and see what the old Somerset Speedway is looking like these days. Interestingly, the brown signs are still up for the Speedway venues. But unfortunately, I don't think Speedway will ever get back there because I think they're built on it. Let's go and have a quick look. It's just down here, I think. Right at the side of the M5, so I just thought I'd just nip off and have a look. This is it, isn't it? This is Somerset Speedway as was. Wow. I don't know what made me turn off there. It's like autopilot. It's now a golf range. What? There's the old turnstiles. Is that the old pits? Blimey. That was the changing rooms in front for the riders. This was the pits. God. There we go. Good news that the goats are still there though. Yeesh. The Oaktree Arena, now a cow field. Devon! 'Cause I got a brand new from my harvester and I'll give you the key. Come on now, let's get together in perfect harmony. Exeter! 40 miles to go, 60 miles of fuel in the tank. How are we going to make it? It's the sign for Plymouth. Way, we made it. Woohoo! There it is, Plymouth. Bring it on. Then, Speedway tonight, 7 PM. And then it's just over the railway track. And here. And this is Plymouth Speedway. So it's a little tucked in, but not too bad. There you go. And then parking for us certainly is round the back here. I think quite a lot of people can park in here. I'm not sure. I don't know how it works and who can park where, but I know we're going down here.
Let me know when you're ready.
So welcome to the Coliseum, the home of the Plymouth Gladiators. There it is. All looking good. So let's take a little look around. This is an area just on the first bend where there's Greg Blair. The riders stand here. We're going to be commentating from the end up there. And then the pits just over here. Have a look round. So you got the visitors pits in the corner. And the home pits. So it's Plymouth versus Oxford tonight. So Dan and Joe Thompson down the bottom. Carl Newman, Alfie Botel. No rider at number 1 for Nico Cavati, he's injured. and for Plymouth, not Plymouth, Oxford, familiar lineup. Scotty Nichols down there, getting his bike sorted. Sam Masters. So this is like the main stand area. You can sit around pretty much everywhere. I think this third and fourth turn's sort of gone now. But they have done a lot of work on the track here at Plymouth over the course of the winter. There's the sponsors lounge. There was a bar there, I'm not sure if that's still open. Oh yeah, there's a bar there. Bit of wildlife. So yeah, they've done a lot of work. This was a much bigger area. And they've moved everything out quite a bit. And I think the previous inside line was just midway through that area inside the line that you can see, and then obviously there was no banking on this. This was totally flat before, so they built quite a bit of banking up around this third and fourth turn. So this is where all the work's been done, and they've had a lot of problem with the weather because really, you know, it has been the wettest start of the year ever, so they've had real problems. But it is one of the smaller tracks in Speedway, that's still for sure. But even though it's relatively small, it races pretty quick. So the bikes still go pretty quick around it, even though it's not very long. So let's have a look. So there's the bend, and I think it's like a couple of meters have gone outwards, and then the previous track used to cut across there like a meter or so in, so I think they moved it out by a meter, I think, maybe more, so that should make it run a little bit faster. So there we are, Plymouth. You can see it is a small track, but it's still got a decent straight on it. And this is the back straight, standing area there. And yeah, you can stand all around. I think they have different admission policies for different areas. Obviously, I think the seats cost more than the standing, but it's a different sort of surface as well. It's quite a sandy surface, I guess. Different sort of shale to a lot. Not very. Like some tracks have got a lot of heavy clay. This hasn't got that. But what a day for it. Look at this. This is what we like. Sunshine Speedway. Shirt sleeves. Unbelievable scenes. So there you go. That's the Plymouth track. And they've made a change to this bend as well. This first bend, they've widened that by a meter, I think, into the entrance into the turn. So as you can see, it's a lot more open now, not as tight as it was. So there we go. There's the A38 flying over the top. So that's the Plymouth Gladiators new look track. If you want a drink, this is the bar and refreshments and hot dog stall or whatever. There we go. And so yeah, you can sit up there as well on that bend. You can stand on the back bend. There's car parking over the far side. So that's pretty much it, really. It's a small but perfectly formed location. Quick look in the refs box, Plymouth style. There's the all the buttons for excluding you and stopping the race and green light and hitting the tapes. Simple switches, but there's the view. And we'll go and hear from Jacob Hook, who is in the BSM booth with Jason Harold.
the Coliseum next here.
Lovely.
Speedway Road Trips.